Firefighters in Boulder say today was a good day on the NCAR fire. The winds are calmer, the temperatures are cooler, and the fire isn't growing much. It hasn't burned any homes and no one's been hurt since it started yesterday afternoon. It's still at 189 acres, more than a quarter of a square mile. It's burning in West Boulder near the National Center for Atmospheric Research. Containment is up to 35%. Firefighters say that number should go up fast over the next few days.
There will be smoke visible on this thing probably for the next week, but I feel very good about the containment portion of this, and you'll see the percentages go up.
Right now, the county says about 1,600 people are still under mandatory evacuations. Firefighters are hoping to lift more evacuations tonight. As many as 19,000 people were under evacuation orders yesterday when the fire first started. 9 News reporter Luis De Leon joins us live from the Devil's Thumb neighborhood. And Luis, the fire got just hundreds of yards away from some of the homes there before fire crews were able to stop it.
Yes, Steve, for hours, really throughout the day yesterday, we observed that fire line approaching the Devil's Thumb neighborhood here behind us. You can see far out in the distance, we're getting a different perspective now of what that looked like. You can see the red line of fire retardant that was dropped several times yesterday, and you can see the burn marks up there as well, really just, as you mentioned, several hundred yards away from these homes. We've also seen several people coming to ask when they can get back into this neighborhood. Still no official word on that just yet. For some people, like one woman we spoke to today, it's not the first time that they had to pack up and leave.
A new day brought a sense of calm to a neighborhood in Boulder.
Wow.
Where so many people evacuated their homes just the day before.
But it burned a lot since yesterday.
People like Patty Bowen.
Because the first time I started packing pretty early before they had an evacuation order in Louisville.
That home in Louisville is still standing after the Marshall Fire, but they can't go back for at least a few more months as it undergoes remediation. So a friend let them stay at their home in the Devil's Thumb subdivision.
I know we're not the only ones. I've heard that there are other Marshall Fire evacuees who temporarily living in this area and going through the same thing.
2 evacuations in just a few months.
So we jumped in the car and came speeding back here to try to get what we have at her house out, because we had a feeling that everybody, they were going to close everything off. We could see the flames from her house probably within a couple hundred yards.
A scenario that she and others unfortunately know all too well, but say they're prepared for.
I think it doesn't bode well for the future in terms of the fire risk that they're all going to be facing. This is a wonderful community to live in, and people are so supportive.
And we just learned as that story was running that more evacuation zones have been lifted. We are hearing that, I believe, from the city of Boulder. I'm still working to confirm more of that information. As for Bowen, she stayed in a hotel overnight. They're hoping to get back to their Louisville neighborhood in May. And Steve, I believe that we do have that update that more evacuation zones have been lifted.
Got it right here. An email from 501 from the city of Boulder. The city of Boulder lifted all evacuation notices for the fire. So anyone who lives inside that evacuation zone can go back starting at 5 p.m. just 4 minutes ago. With the exception of NCAR Road, all roads in that area are now open. Luis, they're also telling people who may have left their car at the trailhead near the NCAR trail there that fire crews will let them get inside to get their cars and get back out. So some relief to people in that neighborhood.
Yeah, absolutely. And that relief comes with what we're seeing here. There's no more barrier. The police officer that was blocking the entryway to the Devil's Thumb neighborhood here at the corner of Wildwood and Bear Mountain Drive, if your home is in here, that barrier is now gone. We've seen a few cars coming in here just in the last several minutes.
All right. Luis De Leon reporting in Boulder. Luis, thank you. And firefighters from Castle Rock, Franktown, Sable, Altura, and South Metro deployed to the NCAR fire today for a 12-hour shift. Crews relieved that task force that responded yesterday. West Metro says that 10 of its firefighters and 2 engines were part of the refreshed crew that deployed this morning. Boulder's Office of Emergency Management released a statement today addressing the evacuation maps through all this. We've gotten a lot of questions about this. The office said it had to draw bigger maps and was slower to update those maps because in some cases there was really no safe way for someone to get home even if their neighborhood was actually considered safe. The Office of Emergency Management says it also included some neighborhoods in initial evacuation zones because they weren't sure what sections of the fire would be contained first. We'll continue to follow up on that. We also know that this is a difficult time for a lot of people, especially survivors of the Marshall Fire just 3 months ago. If you're feeling any symptoms of post-traumatic stress from any of the fires, the images you've seen, the smoke in the air, we encourage you to call the Colorado Crisis Services line. Their number is 844-493-8255. Again, if you're feeling any sort of trauma, please call that number on your screen.